Okay guys, welcome back, and we are just winding up our rare Kyosho Mini Z unboxings and stuff from all over the world, majority from Japan and from Europe. This is a little bad boy from Japan. These are quite rare, but I've noticed they've popped up in Japan. There's quite a lot of them. Not officially rare guys, but it holds its value, and it's been, you know, I can tell it's old. It's MR01. That sticker's almost worn out. Probably tell what it is. This has got the little racing guy with it. Don't know what's shaking in there. Alright, but before I unbox that one, let me just, this isn't new, but it took my fancy, and I thought, you know what, let me just get it out of my system, because it looks kind of nice, and I thought, you know what, I'm not going to start another unboxing series. I'm going to get everything done now. So the reason I'm doing unboxing this now, even though it's not really a rare one, it's just come out, it's a new shelf, is because I'm trying to stop myself from doing more videos. I need to move on. I need to start doing other things. So if this lingers on, there's a danger of me then doing more unboxings, and I don't want to. I want to get to the end of it. I'm sure you guys want me to get to the end as well. I think like people are getting fed up already. I'm on video. Well, while making this, I just released the unboxing number 25, which was pretty cool. Which I've got to say it myself, that was pretty cool. That's got the Fast and Furious Supra in that bright orange. That also had the AMG Merc, which a lot of you guys liked, and that also had the Wood One modded up car. That was a good unboxing, guys. Pretty long. I didn't really want to go on that long, but yeah. Okay, this is from a seller in the UK. Don't normally buy stuff in the UK, but I thought at some point I'm going to want to get this car. It came out new. I was tempted. Let me get it out of my system. Let's move on. Unless they bring out Lamborghinis, I am not going back to buying more. Okay. This is the Chevrolet Corvette. This is the ZR1. It comes in a bright orange. This is the shadow grey metallic version. Orange just looked like a kid's. It looked like a kid's toy. You know, I waited for the orange one to come out. I've had this now for a bit, but this shadow grey, it does look mean with them black wheels. So yeah, was going to do it as a police car, but the car that's going to come up in some of the videos after this, I'm going to go with that one. I'm going to go with a Porsche because it's a bit more like a Need for Speed kind of thing. So you've seen the Mazda 7. I'm going to do the Japanese version of a drift car, and yep. So that grey is kind of cool. It's alright. Don't like the wheels. I like the Lamborghini Murcielago ones, which I don't really like at all. But now I've got some beautiful deep dish wheels over there on the R8. And watch the other R8 that's to come. There's another R8 to come, and it's from the same manufacturer that made that. So yep. Look at them. Oh, hang on. Forget looking at them on the display stand. You've got this one left to do, mate. Okay, let's have a look. This is in metallic blue. And as I say, not officially rare, but has become rare. There's a lot on eBay in Japan, not anywhere else in the world, so they seem to have a little bit of a stock over there. And these are hitting the hundreds, guys. And no way am I paying that much. But the cool thing is, this one didn't have the paperwork with it. Alright? This is the Shelby, guys. Is it Cobra? I can't remember which one it was. It is different. It does look cool. Yeah. I love that little roll bar for just the driver. And look, hey, there's Shelby. Well, I don't think he's called Shelby, but a lot of them didn't have him, and I thought, I'd like to have him in the car. Yeah. But yeah, man. Got a lot of racing stripes. It's metallic blue. And what I was thinking is, I was going to do this before. I've got a Carrera that's convertible. And this is convertible. I'm going to put some Lego figures in, and we're going to go for a drive. And I've always wanted to do a GTA in in Lego World. So, but then that means smashing the car up, and I don't know if I want to do that. But maybe we'll smash the cop cars up, keep them as they are. Right, guys, there on the display stand. 2 more to go. Yeah, so as I mentioned, right guys, ages ago, that after number 33 we've jumped the queue, and then 34 is going to be at the end. So 2 more to do, and then we go back to 30. Well, it's not going to be 34 now. It's going to be renamed, and that was the end one. So, but don't go away. You're going to love what's left. All right, guys. Okay, watch them on the stand. Okay, guys. Well, I know this isn't rare, but I had it and I thought, you know what? Rather than doing a separate unboxing, I'll just stick it in with these here now. And so this is like the shadow grey, I think, colour. I wasn't too fond of the orange. Looked a bit too toyish. This looks mean. This actually looks pretty mean, man. So, you know, a nice bit of kit. And, you know, it deserves to be inside some videos. So it's shadow grey metallic, and this is the Chevrolet Corvette ZR1. So, not an officially rare car at all. But I don't know what it is, but in Japan this is really expensive. It's much more than it is in the UK, almost double the price. So, I don't know, do they get exported out and it's hard to get hold of them? But it's actually a nice shell. I like the way it kind of tapers out towards the back and gets wide. Could do some nice deep dish wheels under there. Alloy wheels that are chrome will look so nice on black car. I know it's a bit dated, guys, and black wheels are in here, but they will. I've got some really cool alloy wheels coming, and they've got a nice. I mean, they're grey, and they've got a nice rim around them, and they've got logos on the tyres. That makes a really big difference, guys. That makes a car look like a real street car. So I'm going to try them when I get there, because I'm not fond of that design. That is very similar to the stock wheel on the Lamborghini Murcielago, which I don't like at all. That's the first thing I swapped out. Not a fan of them wheels at all. That's a real kind of budget design, man. Could have done so much with that. So, I mean, I do like the design on the new Audi. The GL Racing Audis. That's a beautiful deep dish black wheel. First ever deep dish black wheel I've ever come across. So that was really nice. So, yeah. I'm not going to make too much of a fuss about this car. Basically, just because it's not rare. It's not. It's just, you know, I don't want to start off a whole new unboxing of, you know, Mini Zs. I want to get on with doing other things now. So, we'll put that in there. Have a look at it. You know, now I wanted to make a police car. I've just looked at the actual lights on the Porsche, and the Porsche roof is too narrow. This isn't bad, but it's grey, it's not black. So, I'm going to have to look into this, but yeah. Stay tuned. Anyhow, get ready for the next vids, guys. More and more crazy Mini Z, crazy Kyosho stuff coming up. Okay. Okay, guys, here we've got the Shelby Cobra 427 S-C metallic blue. These are very rare, pretty hard to get hold of in the UK. Keep their value. Even in the UK, you're looking at 130, 140 £140. In Japan, they're still quite expensive as well. But certain sellers seem to have a surplus stock. I don't know what's going on. And I managed to get this one, and it hasn't been run. I don't know why, because it's like new. So I think maybe he had quite a few. It was Sargent that had this. So yeah, a good buy really. Not my kind of car, but I've got a funky idea about doing some Lego character racing, and I wanted a car they could sit in. I love that roll cage, man. That is so crazy. And the racing stripes on the car. So yeah, so there's a little guy that fits in there. There's a hole basically on that side. I think, why is he sat on that side? Yeah, so he sits on that side. And I didn't really realise that Shelby are connected to Mustang. So yeah. So this is an American engined British sports car. And it was produced, it's been getting produced since 1962. Pre-World War II. 2.6 litre, guys. V8 engine. So yeah. There's a lot of history with this. I think the guy who designed the car, he went to Chevrolet, asked them to provide the engines, but they didn't want competition, so they said no. Ford, basically, they wanted to compete with the Corvette, so they basically gave him a thin wall, small block engine. Yeah. 4.2 litre engine they gave him. So Shelby must be the guy, yeah? Right, okay. So yeah, I want to bob the little guy in, guys, so we can have a look at him and see how he looks. But yeah, as I say, guys, this has become kind of rare, hard to get hold of, and I could never understand what the appeal was of, like, why are these body shells £150? Some guys had them on for £270. Yeah, I'm like, what? I like the wheels though. I like the chrome lip around the black. But apart from that, I couldn't see the attraction. Metallic, I like that as well. But yeah, you can tell it's an old kind of racer kind of car. Some of you guys will be loving that because you're into your classics, yeah. It wasn't doing nothing for me, but I thought, you know what? I was getting it kind of cheap, but I thought, well, you know, worst comes to worst, you can kind of sell it on. So, yep. So this was actually a car that I had, alright, FIA, it was part of the GT, Grand Sport racing scene, so yeah, it's got a long history. So the story of this Cobra begins in 1959 when Carroll Shelby raced for Aston Martin, winning the 24-hour Le Mans. And along the way, probably took notice of a well-performing AC ace that had become a foundation for his next venture. So after he quit racing, basically, he went to America to build his own sports car. And this is basically where he approached all these different companies to develop this V8 engine that he wanted. Interesting. Anyhow, there's whole heaps of information on this, guys, and I don't know if you're even interested in it, so I'm not going to carry on. But this car basically went 0 to 100 in 13.2 seconds. You know what? For its time, not bad at all, eh? So, Shelby had a personal Super Snake, which is a limited production car, and it had twin turbochargers and had 800 bhp. For the time we're talking about, that is crazy. Anyhow, let's move on, guys. Plenty more stuff to look at. But yeah, a rare, in some places super rare, little beauty. Before I forget, where's my little man? My little man is here. So I think, let's take the tape off and stick him in. Is this Carroll Shelby? Okay. And Carroll Shelby must have been a guy, I think. I'm not just, you know. He's got a little steering wheel in his hands. Oh my god, this isn't go where I think it's going to go. What has happened? Something's come off. Something's come off. Where's he going to fit? Let's have a look. So this is an American car, so he'll be sat on the opposite side. Okay. Oh, he actually gets screwed in. Oh. Right, I'm not going to bother screwing him in, but you can have a wee look at our wee pal. Oh, don't fall, it'll get you down. Okay. That's a little racing driver. And that roll cage. What a selfish roll cage. Is it just a one-man car? I don't know. Yeah. I would not like to be the passenger in that car. Funky exhaust though. Look at that side exhaust. Massive. Kind of dangerous though. You don't normally see them sticking out that much. Okay, let's see the other side of him. That might be his better side. And we'll stop. So as I say, I've got some, I wanted a convertible. I've got some plans and hopefully I can fulfill them. Anyhow, so there's our little friend. There's the Shelby Cobra. A bit of history, guys. Let's move on.